Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is gonna be on Wolfman. Okay, now, werewolves are my favorite classic monster. I love every werewolf movie that has been made. Now, when I heard that this movie was coming out, it became my most anticipated movie, and thank goodness it was coming out in January, so I got to see it early. And it was made by the same guy who did The Invisible Man, which I thought was a brilliant movie itself. He also did Upgrade, but I thought that was a great movie. But The Invisible Man was a great take on the classic Invisible Man story. So when I heard he was doing this movie, I got excited about it because I knew that movie was really good. So I was really hoping that the Wolfman was going to, hold up to his standard that he had laid out for us. And did it? Yes! This movie was great. I mean, fantastic, guys. Now, granted, it's not going to win any Oscars or anything. It's a small, contained story, and you've heard the premise before. You know the werewolf lore. I mean, man gets scratched or bitten by a werewolf and he becomes a werewolf, and you kind of go through what he's going through. But this movie took it on another level, and that's what I appreciated about this movie. I mean, going in, I knew this guy was going to become a wolfman. It's it's that simple. But what this movie did, which I thought was brilliant, was you get to see from his perspective of what it would feel like to become the Wolfman. What they see, what they're hearing, what they're feeling as they're going through the transformation. And the transformation wasn't like a quick 5-minute transformation, like, for example, American Werewolf in London, where you see the transformation in just a few minutes. No, you get an hour of him becoming the Wolfman. And that's what made this movie so great, in my opinion, because this guy is a loving father, he's a great husband, and you feel for him because he's such a good guy that just is a victim of circumstance and ends up becoming this creature. And as he's transforming, you transform with him. And I thought that was so brilliant. And there are some gory scenes. It's not really frightening. There are some scary moments. There's some good jump scares in it. But it really wasn't like horrifying. Like I said, there are some great scary moments and moments that had me on the edge of my seat. And that's because I did not know what this movie was giving me. When I went in, I knew it was about a guy that's gets infected by a werewolf and becomes a wolfman himself, and his family's trapped in this house, and you got to deal with it. But I didn't realize they were going to have another wolfman in this movie that was hunting them outside of their house. And that, I thought, was great because the trailers didn't give it away. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for you, but I just want to let you know what you're in for, because I didn't know. And it was a great surprise. But it's really about his transformation, but it was a great added feature having him transforming while they're being hunted by this other wolfman outside of their house. And I thought it was written really well, guys. This movie was done well. All practical effects, which I loved, because say what you want about CGI. Some CGI is great in some areas, but movies like this needed practical effects, and I'm so grateful that they did it that way because it was very effective. Not only the practical effects were great, but the way the story is written. Like I said, you could see it from his perspective, and the way the camera angles kind of switch from, he's stricken with this disease, and you can see it, just overcoming him, throughout the minutes, the hours, and he's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you see from his wife's and daughter's perspective, you see him, just becoming this diseased individual, and you feel bad for him. But it'll switch from like the wife talking to him, and you understand what she's saying, and it'll turn around to his perspective, and he can't understand what they're saying. They look different. You know, he could see in the dark, so everything's bright colors and everything, and they're like in the dark, like completely can't even see him, but he could see them. And I just thought it was just really well done, guys. I mean, I haven't seen a werewolf movie like this, and I've seen almost all of the mainstream werewolf movies there are, and none of them are like this. And that's what makes this movie special. And I think you should go out and see it. It's great. But it's not all about what I think, guys. What do you think? Have you seen Wolfman? Do you plan on watching it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!